Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today, as the name says it, I will be testing out this all-nighter foundation by Urban Decay. So it'll be my first impressions. I have not yet even swatched it or applied it on my face or anything. So it's going to be total first impressions. If you guys want to see what I think of it, definitely keep watching. But for now, what I will say is that I bought this foundation without testing it out on my skin. I was just so eager to buy it because in America it was out ages ago, but here in the UK it came out 1st September, so I had to get in there, go into Debenhams because that was the closest place where I could get it from, and buy it. And when I actually got there, they hadn't even put it up on the shelves yet. That's how eager I was. Unfortunately, there weren't any testers that were sent that day, so I just bought the same foundation shade as to the lighter weight Naked foundation. The lady there did say it turns out to be very similar. When it first is applied is a lot lighter and then it does darken. So I trusted her and I bought it, so I'm hoping that this shade will work for me. Just for reference, I'm shade 8.0. So firstly, let's talk about the packaging. You can't go wrong with Urban Decay packaging. It's amazing. It's so nice. You just want to, it just catches your attention when you're, walking past the counter. And then inside is the best bit. When you see the actual bottle, check that out, guys. It is so good. Where Urban Decay gets all these ideas from, I do not know, and I do not care. All I know is that I absolutely love it. So well done, guys, Urban Decay. So you can roughly see the colour inside. It's not full all the way around, so it's sealed or silver at the back, but you can see the colour through these little mesh bits. But it's got a nice tight lid on it, and it has got an air pump, so when you first open it like that, don't worry if you can't see the stick. It's got an air pump. Now it claims to have full coverage, it's supposed to be long wearing, having a matte finish, waterproof, and also oil free. Now I'm going to try and test out some of the bits there, but some of them I will find out the more I wear it. So if you guys want to see what I think of it, my first impressions, the application and everything, please keep watching. So I've already done the top parts of my eye makeup and the brows, and I'll do the rest of it once the foundation goes on. But firstly I'm going to prep my face using the Makeup Forever Soothing Primer. So you don't have to wear a primer, but I feel that the foundation goes on better and lasts longer. So I'm literally going to take one pump of this foundation and then buff it out with my Morphe M439 brush. So I'm just dotting it around my face first of all. Just trying to get an equal amount. And then I've spritzed my brush with the MAC Fix Plus spray just to help blend out the foundation. It's actually got a really good coverage. So I've actually just got one pump's worth on my face, and for me I think it's fine. I do have some pigmentation along here, so what I will do just to test it out to see how buildable it is, I am just going to put a tiny bit more just on those patches. I'm just loving how nicely this foundation goes on. It's so good. So yeah, it's actually covered it for me. It's really good. I'm really liking this foundation. The only thing that I would say, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I think it's slightly darker. So one thing I would definitely say with this foundation is that do not go by the colour on the bottle, because it will definitely go darker once it's actually blended into your skin. Now I had heard about that, and even the Naked Skin foundation, which is a more lightweight one, even that goes a little bit darker as well. But I think it's fine. Like if I just put like a translucent powder or one shade, a powder that's one shade lighter, it should hopefully balance it out. So I'm actually really happy with the coverage. Now it's a full coverage foundation, but it does not feel thick at all. It doesn't even feel as if I've got anything on my face with one pump really. I did add a little bit extra to these areas here, but nonetheless you can't tell that I'm wearing a foundation. Like feeling wise, it's really good. Like normally if I've worn thick foundation or full coverage foundation, especially if it's a matte one, around here it feels really tight, but this hasn't done that, and it looks in person, not sure about on the camera, but in person it looks very skin like, but yet it's given the full coverage, if that makes sense. It's really good. So I'm just going to finish off under my eyes, and for that I'm using my favourite duo, which is the Peach Colour Corrector by Urban Decay and the Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer by Urban Decay as well. And for me, I'm using the shade Medium Neutral. So firstly going in with the Peach Corrector, and I'm just applying it to the darker areas on my face. And then I'm just going to use a beauty blender just to buff it out a little bit. This step is totally optional. I just use it so it helps to reduce the darkness on my face. And then going over the top of that with my Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. Just going to apply it to the high points as well, and the areas that I want to highlight on my face. Again, you don't have to do this. It's only just to help brighten up the high points of the face. But if you're happy with just a foundation alone, then there's no real need to do this. And then just to set the highlighted points, I'm taking my Laura Mercier setting powder. Again, you don't have to do this, but I feel that by setting it with a translucent powder just helps to reduce the creasing. And then for the rest of my face, I'm taking the Mineralized Skin Finish powder by MAC in the shade Medium Dark. And the reason why I go for this is because it's really lightweight. It'll just help to set your foundation without making it look cakey and adding extra coverage. So then I'm going to finish off under my eyes, and what I'm going to do is just literally repeat what I've done on top. And so the main colour that I've used is called Hammered by Colourpop Cosmetics, and I'm using my brush here, which is one of the new ones by Urban Decay, and this is E211. And when I was just playing around with it in the shop, it is so nice and so soft, and it was picking up the colour really well compared to other pencil brushes that I've seen. So I haven't physically used it yet, so another first try out with this brush too. Wow. I was about to say it's probably not going to pick up a lot of pigment because it's the gel based formula, and those actually come on better with your fingers, but it's done such a good job. I've tried with other brushes to get this look just by doing it a few times, and it's not really done it. I am going to have to get some more, I think so. This is amazing. Well done, Urban Decay. It just picks up the right amount of pigment, and it just helps to blend it out really well and doesn't make it look harsh underneath there. And then I'm taking this cool toned brown shadow by Kryolan. It's called Cacao, and I'm just going to run that underneath it. It just helps to blend out if there has been any harsh lines left, which I very much doubt because that brush is amazing. Just helps to blend it out a little bit better. So I've already done my mascara on my top lashes, but for the bottom ones I'm going to use my Revlon All-in-One mascara. So eyes complete, and moving back onto my face, I'm just going to bronze the periphery, so it's just the hollows of my cheek, a little bit on my forehead and my jawline, and I'm taking the Chocolate Soleil bronzer by Too Faced. If you guys haven't tested this out yet, it's amazing. Highly recommend. If you're fairer skin tone than I am, it will show up a lot better, but I personally just wanted like a light hint of colour, so it works really well for me. And the best thing of all, is the smell. It smells of chocolate. It smells so nice. So then just to deepen the contour, I'm taking my standard Sleek Contour Kit in the shade Medium. So I'm taking the darker shade there and just applying a little bit more. If you don't like to contour your face, then by all means leave this step out, but I do like to contour it just to make the features stand out a little bit better. If you don't have a contour kit per se, then any brown shadow would do. So when I went to pick up my foundation at Debenhams, at the Urban Decay counter, they gave me a sample of some of their blushes, and these ones are Score, Quickie and Bittersweet. So that's a Score, Quickie and Bittersweet. So I'm just going to go in with Score just to try that out as well. So I feel there's not much pigment coming from this, but maybe it's because it's just a sample pack. And then for my highlight, I'm taking this shade here from my Kali Bible palette. These are really highly pigmented products, so I'm being really cautious with them because it is just too powerful otherwise. And then I'm just taking the same highlight colour and I'm just going to go into the inner corners of my eyes. And then finally for my lips, I'm going to take Velvet Teddy by MAC. So that's me complete, and my verdict on this foundation, I absolutely love it. This foundation I think is now my favourite foundation. I am just totally speechless. The way it goes onto your face, the way it you know, gives you that good full coverage without feeling cakey on your face. Like right now it feels as if I'm not wearing any makeup whatsoever. That's how lightweight it is, but yet it gives it that full coverage. Amazing product. I swear by this foundation when it comes to full coverage without feeling cakey, and when it comes to the application, it's really good. I feel generally the foundations that say that are, you know, that give you a matte finish are better applied with a brush, and I generally spritz it with the MAC Fix Plus spray rather than blending it out with a beauty blender sponge. That's just my personal preference, but you guys go ahead and do how you feel better. It's worth testing out different ways to see which one works for you better, because everybody's skin types and skin tones are different, and it picks it up differently. But otherwise, I can't fault it in any way. I'm probably just going to keep repeating myself. It's just amazing. I absolutely love it. And together with the Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer and the correctors and everything, it is a full package that I am actually loving. This brush also, which is the E211, I would highly recommend it. I'm actually going to go and buy some more for my clients. I first thought of trying it and testing it out on myself first, but it's amazing. It just chucks all the brushes out the window. I did go and test, or you know, swatch or play around with other brushes at the Urban Decay counter, and they were all so soft as well, so I have a feeling that I'm going to be getting the whole collection. So that's my review and my first impressions on this all-nighter foundation by Urban Decay. I absolutely love it. You guys definitely go check it out, test it out, and I'm sure you guys will love it too. I'll see you guys in my next video.